Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Tracie Reed and this is Acrylic Pouring with Friends. And in today's video, I am going to be testing a new product. It's actually a smaller version of a product that I already carry in my Etsy shop of all of my acrylic pouring tools. So this is it. It is a smaller pour board. This section right here, the main area where the paint is put, is 5 inches by 5 inches, and there is 6 different sections there, and then it's got a handle, and you can use it a couple different ways. You can use it like this, or you can use it like this. It's angled, so it's super comfortable and easy to use. Also comes with little feet. I'll move this. I don't know if you guys can see. There's notches in the feet so that when you're filling your tray, and I'll go over this a little bit when I'm actually filling it, but you just hook it on. Let me move this. I'm going to be pouring over this previously poured on painting. And then, as you can see, this is the bigger one. So I'll get into that in a second as well. But as far as lifting it, because you're going to need to lift it a little bit so the paint as you're pouring does not come out the end, so you just slip those on the end. Super easy. I mean, they're not tight, they're just on there just enough to hold it up, and then when you get ready after your paint is in there, you can just kind of slide them off. They're super easy to come off. Alright, so now, as you can see the size difference, this is my bigger pour board, and it has 8 different sections in it compared to the 6 on this little one. And this one works really well also for bigger projects or multiple projects even. So really nice. But after I had my hand surgery and I can't really do a lot of bigger stuff right now, I was thinking of a smaller one of these. I mean, I had been thinking about it for a little while, but this kind of really made my mind up about it being another useful tool, acrylic pouring tool. So I'm going to go ahead and try it today. And like I said, I have a painting that I previously poured on. It's black and white, and so all of my colors are rainbow. I chose a rainbow colors, metallic. They're all metallic. So I thought that would be really cool to go on the black and white background. I'm trying to get my gloves on here as I talk to you guys so I can move it along a little bit. And I can go over the colors for you real quick. This one here is really pretty. It's one that I mixed together, DecoArt Deep Sapphire with Liquitex Prism Violet. This one is, let's see, iridescent. Oh, it's Pebeo Iridescent Blue Black. And there's a couple different blues in there. Phthalo Blue. I'm not sure. I had some leftover blue, so I threw it in there. This one is teal, and I don't know where from. I don't have it on my bottle, so I'm not exactly sure. I've got 2 from DecoArt Americana, Decor Metallics, Berry, and Emerald. And then the last one is FolkArt Yellow Flash. So this is going to have a little color change to it, so that would be kind of cool, I thought. So, alright, and you can see I've got my canvas levelers, or maybe you can't, and if you don't know that I design and print acrylic pouring tools, and they're available at my Etsy shop. You can check out acrylicpouringtools.com for everything. I have over, I think I'm over like 70 different tools now, so that's pretty crazy. But the canvas levelers, now this is covered with Glad press and seal, which helps keep them a little cleaner, but you just twist it. You set your canvas on, and then you turn it, you put a level on, and then you can easily level it. They move very smoothly, and I'll definitely have to check it when I put the canvas back on because I messed around with that one, and so I can show you a little bit then for that as well. So I'm just gonna try to get started here, and I think I'm going to move it this way, like that. And there's different notches. This one has 2 notches. One has a bigger square and then there's smaller. So I'm gonna put it on the first notch above the big end, big square end. Because you don't wanna have it lifted too much. And I'm also gonna kind of move it out of the way here a little. Well, I'll put it here to show you and then I'll move it because when I put my canvas on, I obviously can't have it on top of there. All right, so I'm gonna start, I've got my colors in order here, and I'm gonna start with the berry, and then I'll just go ahead and fill that and then get set up to pour it. All right, here we go. Actually, it's easier, I suppose, if I take my lid off. Oh, and this whole board holds up to 3 ounces of paint in the whole thing, all 6 chambers. So hopefully I will have enough for what I'm gonna do. Again, this is just kind of a test to see, because I haven't used the big pour board in a while, and like I said, I've had some hand issues, and it was just a little too heavy. I haven't been able to do anything very big, so hence the reason for the little one. I'm very excited. And now I did go ahead and check all the consistencies. My paints are pretty spot on as far as consistency being all the same. And that's going to be helpful too, to keep the definition in your lines if that's what you are wanting. If you're going to pour it on and then move it around, then you may want it a little bit more. If you want them to blend a little more, that's up to you. Oh shoot, this one? Huh? I just realized this is the only one that's not metallic. I don't know where my peacock pearl is, so maybe that's why I just went with the plain teal. But it's okay, it'll still be good, because this is, like I said, just kind of a test. And you can see I'm right at the end. I mean, how lucky is that? Right at the end. I think my other one might be spilling over a little. I can't tell, but this art is messy, so we're playing around today. Not sure if you guys can tell, but my paints are a little bit thicker. They're not super thick, but they're definitely a little bit thicker. So I'm hoping that they will stay nice and defined. All right. So now's the fun part of moving. I could have cleaned my area, but I did not because I was too excited to try this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly move this over here. I didn't spill too much. That's not too terrible. Okay, so move that. And I'm going to set this back on. And I'm going to get my level. I always have a level handy. And let's see. So that looks pretty good. That looks good. That actually looks really good. Okay, so I guess I set it back. Perfect. Okay, very good. So if you needed to, you could adjust those really easy. All right, so my plan, which sometimes it's hard in acrylic pouring to have a plan that stays, but I'm going to try to go through the whole board in one swipe. If not, I will try to do 2. So I'm going to come down this way and then kind of shoot over this way. And then if I think I'm going to make it, I'll come back. If not, I'm going to do 2. So we'll see. All right, so got it lifted. I'm going to take my little feet off. Now, when you're doing that, you got to try to be aware of your paints. You're tilting it too much, okay? Because you don't want it to spill out the end. All right, so here we go. I'm a little nervous, but gonna let it pour off the end a little bit. Whoops. Okay, so I can easily wipe that off a little bit. I know it's just a test piece, so it's not that big of a thing. So I can, you know, do that with a little alcohol. We'll get that off of there. No big whoop, it's just a test. But that looks really cool. Now this I can kind of run that way a little. Kind of keep it squiggly. Because it's best to kind of let it start off the edge and then go. All right, so I'm gonna go that way. Set this back down. I lost the blue there. Actually, kind of like that. Huh. Okay, that turned out really good. I'm gonna stretch it, I think, just a little if I can. Definitely like that there's going to be, you know, the texture from the previous pour to the new paint. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it dry. I'll show you guys, maybe I'll go over it, you know, I'll show you a couple wet photos, I'm not sure, but I will definitely show you this when it is dry. Okay guys, so I decided to do another one because I have quite a bit of paint left in here. So this is just a small 8 by 8, I think. 10 by 10? What is this? 8 by 8, yep. And I'm going to just cover it with white. My white is Liquitex Basics Titanium White mixed with Artist Loft Flow Acrylic White. I've always made mine that way, half and half. And I'm going to cover that and then use up the rest of that on there so you can see how you can use it on a dry canvas, and then how you can use it on a wet canvas. Now you're going to, with this, probably be able to, well, definitely, not probably, definitely be able to move it more once it's poured on. So, and it doesn't have to be exact because for me this is, you know, I'm just testing here. So I'm just kind of getting the top part mainly covered. The sides I'll work on later because if it works out then, or if when I'm tilting it. So here we go. I'm gonna take feet off of there. Now when I get done, sometimes if my feet are all, you know, covered in paint, I just throw them in my bucket of water. I'm gonna wait though till I'm done, because you can easily take those and brush them with a brush, hot soapy or warm soapy water. As you can see, that is a little easier to use if you're going to use this with a base coat. And my base coat is in between a consistency of a ring pour and say a blowout or Dutch pour. So you'll know what kind of to get your base paint as. And the rest of my paints as well, I generally use these for when I am doing my little mini blowouts with my mini blower and my nozzle attachments, and it works really well, so I don't have any issues with that. So just pop some of these little air bubbles. There's not too many. I just had to give my paints a little shake. It wasn't too bad. All right, so now let me see if I can get you a little closer and just see all the movement in those colors, but they stayed defined. The white is kind of coming up a little bit through here a little bit, but that's okay. It's kind of lightening the blue, and I like this white left here. I'm going to leave that. And I don't know if you can see like the color shift in the yellow. Kind of right there, you can kind of see that because it has an orangey hue to it, especially with the berry next to it. I like it a lot. All right, so now that I've used my pour board in two different ways. You guys can see the difference. I'm gonna let these both dry, and then I'll show you when they're dry. All right, everybody, here comes the dried result of the first painting, and I really, really love this one. Those colors are so bright and they stand out so well against the black and white background. There is some nice texture to this as well because of that using an old painting and adding new to the top of it. Turned out really, really cool. It's almost like trippy, a little psychedelic, so I love it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. All right, guys, here comes the dried result of the second one, and I love this one too. Those colors are super bright and pretty. It's nice to have options when using the pour board. That's why I did both different ways for you so you guys could see that. So if you are interested in one of my pour boards, you can go to acrylicpouringtools.com and check them out along with all of my other acrylic pouring tools. I hope you guys enjoyed my video today, and I hope you have a wonderful day as well. I have a bunch more videos I know you will enjoy, and I'll catch you in the next one.